Welcome, everybody, to the Tech Tailgate wrap up right on the heels of IT Nation Connect 2022. I'm Ray Orsini, head coach of OITVOIP, joined as always by the head coach and CEO of Lifecycle Insights, Mrs. Marnie Stockman. How you doing, Marnie?
Good. How are you? I've recovered from IT Nation.
Just barely. I spent a lot of time in the recovery room, the ice bath, the
Ice baths.
the saunas. Yeah,
Physical
I might
therapist
hit the
also.
sauna right after here. So, how about yourself?
Yeah, no, lots of travel. Everybody made it back safe and sound, so we're good.
That's good. I saw your team hustling on the field. They were going back and forth on the show floor. They were constantly talking to the fans. It was absolutely nuts. I
It
loved
was
it.
bananas there. Yeah, we were three deep. Good thing we have depth on the bench. We had to pull in partners to help us at the booth. So it's fantastic. Same
I
thing.
love that.
It's always happened. It was awesome.
What, what fan doesn't love it being called from the stands to come onto the field? I mean, that's a
We need
dream,
another
right?
fight on the field.
Yes, absolutely. So I want to pick your brain a little bit. What your thoughts on the Tech Super Bowl over at IT Nation? Like your grand takeaway? What was it?
Yeah. So I love the fact that we teamed up with other great teams to participate in Tech Tailgate, right? We had Time Zest and, we'll pull up the names here. Seven Figure, MSP Bots, of course, OIT and Lifecycle Insights, Fin, Fifth Wall, and Eureka Process. So, it's fun to see everybody in their jerseys at the booze. It sort of drew a crowd, and it's fun to have, like, the trading cards were cracking me up. I don't know if people were grabbing all the trading cards, and Reed's from Fifth Wall cracks me up. Like, humility had like 17 stars on it. They just slayed me. We had a lot of fun prepping, and I think it was fun to see everybody participating.
Did they have you sign the trading cards? We got a bunch of those where they're like collecting. They were collecting the full stack, and they had us like with Sharpies autographing all the playing
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, which is hilarious. I always say I was a high school math teacher, so my autograph is also a bathroom pass. So now, yeah, there you go.
Well, and there was that look of shock when they were looking at Cloudy's card, and they were like, "Okay, who's going to autograph for that?" And I'm like, "I guess I'll do it." Cloudy's technically Simon, so but we made it
Maybe
work. We made it work.
thumbprint. We need to get a thumbprint stamp so that you
Oh,
could kind of, future
yeah.
ideas. Next Tailgate Super Bowl. So how did your team do? What did you all think of the event?
We had some first timers there. This was Alex. This was Alex's first time. My Alex, not Lifecycle's
Yeah,
Alex.
yeah,
Alex Boyd's first time at IT Nation Connect. She'd done other events. We had some logistical issues with Hurricane Nicole, where our team jet that was flying around picking up different players, they were blocked off from coming into Orlando. We had some
yeah.
that drove all the way from Atlanta. We had some that flew into Tampa and then drove from Tampa. So the ones that made it, they made it despite all the obstacles you could possibly imagine,
Yeah.
and they still came out and showed in force, and it was amazing. They had a great time talking to partners. Of course, you go out there and the fans are going to amp you up, right? They always talk about the
Oh,
13th
sure.
person on the field, and in your case, bringing them onto the actual field. You know, yeah, but it was so exciting hearing not only from the fans of like, this is why we love you, or this is what we want to learn about you, but this is what we'd like to see in the future to make us successful. All of that together, it just made for an amazing event. How
Yeah.
about yourself?
Oh, I mean, I thought the atmosphere was electric. Of course, judging from my age, I'm all for a little Sugar Hill Gang with a pow pow boogie and a big bang bang at the end of the event. So I think that just added to all of the pieces. But I think the enthusiasm, again, what was it? Over 4,000 people flew into a hurricane to participate. So people really wanted to be there. There was a ton of networking, so many new folks to IT Nation. So the conversations were really good, and folks really wanted to be there and were jazzed to talk to everyone. So I thought the atmosphere was really very positive, and everybody had a great time.
It's awesome. I was talking to Jason McGee, the CEO of ConnectWise, hosting the event, and I said, "This is the biggest hurricane party in MSP history." I mean, it has to be advertised that way between the rap battle and and I unfortunately I missed the last event with Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh
It was
yeah,
funny because I was talking. it was I saw the pictures, major FOMO, and I'm talking to my teammates, and I'm talking to them like, "Oh, Sugar Hill Gang was there," and they're like, "Who?" And I go, "I know you know their songs.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
not a question."
Jump
And
on
of
it.
course
You
they all
know
did. They know,
it.
they know. I went through like the first 3 words of Rapper's Delight, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that one, that one, that one." So
Yeah.
yeah, no, they were
Eighth
good. They were
Wonder is
good.
my personal favorite. When they started that, I was like, oh, I will stay for this. Yes.
The big question is when they played Jump On It, were you doing the
Oh,
horse? No?
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, when I walked by one of our partners and his project manager wanted to dance, he said, Marnie will dance with you. And so we were all on that.
Nice, nice. So let me ask you another question.
Yeah,
So, the game's all about the plays, right? We talk about like we talked when we did the pregame interviews. We talked about how we were preparing,
yeah.
but actually how it came into effect on the field, like what came to fruition. It all is a result of the power moves, right? The real big plays. What were the power moves that you saw during the game?
So I think it again comes down to conversation and what you said, having existing partners come tell us what they love and what they want to see next and grow. I thought this was a great power move on some of our partners' parts. They were dragging other vendors over to us. In order to say, like, we want integration with Lifecycle Insights, or how do you work with X, Y, or Z? I thought that was a power move on their part. That was pretty solid.
That
We had
collaboration, right? Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. We had a packed session on Friday, so I think in the land of power moves, that was good for many folks who did sessions. The beard banter was quite a move, so we had to scan in our own partners that we didn't recognize on their way back from that. So how about
Yeah.
you? What moves did you see on your end?
I mean, and that's awesome that you do the pre-day, you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they still want to go to your session after several days of like nonstop. Because IT
Yeah.
Nation was easily one of the most in as far as I can remember, the most hectic event I've ever had. Like I didn't get
Oh,
nearly enough time to spend with all the partners I wanted to spend time with,
absolutely, absolutely.
much less the vendors, right? Like it was
Yeah,
pure chaos, but a wonderful chaos.
yeah,
On our end, it was exactly that. The beautiful thing is because we were all the vendors that participated in Tech Tailgate, all the teams, you could tell at a glance looking through the hallways, you could tell who was
yes.
participating. Plus, a bunch of us had our jerseys on and the playing cards. So it would get that conversation for even the people that didn't know us. Oh wait, you're with Lifecycle
No,
Insights. You're with MSP Bots. You're with
yeah.
TimeZest.
What's the
What are you guys
connection?
all doing? It's this.
Yeah,
It was this little tailgating party inside the event, and it was phenomenal. I
yeah.
loved it. Um, and yeah, I mean, between the beard banter and the sessions and the keynote events. I mean, for me, it was. I got to reprise my role of DJ. I haven't DJed in 15 years,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
got to get
yeah.
back on stage. So that was fun.
That's awesome.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the whole event was pretty fantastic. What were your takeaways for your team, for MSPs, for next year? What do you think?
I thought we came prepared with 5 people versus, our normal crew. We usually have people that just do the booth, and then I'll go around to sessions and do my usual networking while they're doing the hard work. Let the players on the field do their job, and I'll monitor from the sidelines. I think next year we're gonna come with even more people, and we're gonna plan more events around how to participate more fully because we want to be prepared. We want to be
Yeah,
available to the fans that want to get out there and interact with us, and we want to interact with them.
yeah,
I think that's the biggest takeaway. We want to be, despite we've been doing this for years already, we want to be better prepared for a bigger show next time.
sure. Oh, always. One of the things we're doing is I always do a follow up sort of group demo, right, for all the people that talked and wanted the next step. So right after we record this, I'm actually doing a webinar where I have just droves of folks coming in just to see what we do. So I think having the follow-up action plan, like you said, after the sauna and the ice bath, how do you prep for the next game day?
We're actually doing the same thing next Wednesday. We're holding a partner first, I believe November 23rd, because we launched our managed compliance at IT Nation Connect, taking the compliance completely out of white label. So Alex Boyd and myself are going to be doing a partner first next Wednesday, and we'll put the
You know what?
links
I
for
had a
everything in the
partner
show notes.
first. So I think
Yeah,
that's
you have
yeah,
you have a little experience at those, huh?
yeah,
So,
that was our first ever webinar was your partner
mhm,
first. So super big
loved it.
fans. Um,
So we have some winners we want to talk about,
I
right?
know. I'm pretty excited about this. Yeah. So we had a landing page and we had the cards, the the bingo cards or whatever, the stamp cards to walk around in Tech Tailgate. So we've got a spinner, and we're going to start by giving away 6 $100 prizes.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Simon, let's do it. Let's see who our first winner is.
Fantastic.
Got sound effects and everything. Of course it does.
Yeah, good. Your team's amazing. They were so great in all of this.
Oh, congratulations, Melissa L. All right.
All right, that's one.
All right. We have 6 of these, and these are compliments of all the vendors that participated. We want to make sure we collaborated together to get bigger and better prizes.
Yeah.
All right, it's 2 down. Cat W, congratulations.
There we go. And these are folks that joined us live or from the landing page that signed up virtually. So we really wanted everyone to be able to participate in these prizes. Okay.
Congratulations, yeah. And I love this because, like, there's some expense going to these events, whether your employer sent you out or whatever. So it's nice to have a little takeaway besides the shirts and all the other swag.
Yeah.
Congrats, Gordon G. Gordon G.
Yep. The other one was Greenberry B.
Mm-hmm. And it's always nice not to have to ship stuff back, right? Yeah,
that's for sure too.
And our last one. That's not me. I want to be clear, that's not me.
It would have been super suspicious if a Rayo and a Marnie S popped up there.
Right? Yeah. No, but congratulations to the 6 of you. That's awesome. Simon will be sending out or Simon and Marnie will be taking care of this, making sure you get the gift cards for the $100 prize.
I have the cash, so I hope I'm sending it out. Otherwise, Simon's going to be out of pocket. So fun.
Yeah, and don't come to me, Simon. That's not happening.
So you mentioned that we did all chip in for this. So I'd like to just mention our other Tech Tailgaters again. Simon, you don't need to bring up the board. I can remember everybody. I just wanted to make sure that we give them credit. So we've got our friends at Eureka Process, MSP Bots, Fin Security, Fifth Wall, Time Zest, 7 Figure, of course, OIT, and Lifecycle Insights. So we want to thank everybody for contributing to that. Because again, together, better together type of conversation. So we were giving away 6 $100 prizes, and then we have 2 sort of grand prizes, $500 and $1,000. And you had to be present to win those and have completed your cards in order to get entered into those prizes. And everybody was in for the 100. So Simon is working on the back end to pull up that magic. But I know so I got the list of cards, and I got a stack of bent cards of people that had mangled them. So first up, we're going to do the $500 prize. So what do we have, Simon? Oh, Juan Carlos. Very nice. All right. I know Juan Carlos. Now this is for the grand prize, $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah,
that is nice.
To your point, might have paid for that hurricane flight.
Right? Ooh, the power of Kyle. That is absolutely.
Why am I not surprised? It's a Kyle M.
It is nice. Kyle Nation. That is amazing. Congrats to all 8 of you. That is phenomenal. The 6 $100 prize winners, the 1 $500, and Kyle M taking the big prize, the big W with $1,000.
Yeah, excellent.
That's awesome. And if any of you don't want it, just have Marnie send it to me. I'm happy to.
Sure. I feel like this email will get opened.
Yeah. It's not an email from Finn. Finn is the boogeyman in my office. So, like, an email from Amazon. Should I open it? Is it phishing? Yeah, Connor is the boogeyman in my office. So, That's awesome. Well, Marnie, thank you so much for doing this. At
You.
this point, I love the events we do together between Jurassic Sock and Rogue One, and
One.
all the webinars we do together, and Tech Tailgate. So much more to come. But thank you so much, Marnie. This has been a blast.
Yeah, thank you. You and your team are amazing and really made for an awesome event. All the graphics work, like shout out to all of the OIT folks.
Absolutely. So for the winners, you'll get an email from Marnie or her team. Keep an eye out for it. And until next time, take care of yourselves.